Yesterday was 1 hour. Today we are stepping it up. Good afternoon, good evening, good night everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Friday to you all. It is Friday the 24th of April 2026 and it is day 68 of the Chilli Grow Up. Look at the weather, look at the sun. Blazing, not a cloud in the sky again, so we're going to step it up a little bit today. They had an hour outside yesterday. Today we're going to go for 2 hours. They're looking great. I think they handle it absolutely fine. Controlled as before, as always. But we'll get them out here today, get them some natural sun, get them strong, and turn them into from these indoor plants into what they should always be, outdoor plants. Other than that, I hope you're having a wonderful week. You've had a great Friday and you've got lovely weather like what we have. I really hope you do. Me and Lucy are having a great day. She's just enjoying the sun and chin scratches, as you can see. Okay, I hope you're all doing well. Let's jump into this. Let's start day 68. There's breakfast and there's Lucy's breakfast. So, controlled gradual hardening off. This is the way to harden them off properly, or so I've read. So we've increased it to 2 hours, and hopefully if the weather's great tomorrow, we'll be increasing it to about 3 hours, 3.5, maybe 4. I think 4 is a bit too much. We'll probably go with 3, but everything's looking good. The leaves are looking so much more darker green, even the lighter ones. I was worried about that large orange tie, and look, the leaves are all uncurled. It's looking lovely now. Still a little worried about that jalapeno, but let's see what happens in the sun. Can only do it good in its natural strength, because this sunlight is stronger than any other LED light. No matter how much you pay, you cannot beat this natural light. And it is warm today. I'd say about 19-20 degrees. You know, Lucy's enjoying the sun. I got my shorts on, got my shorts and slippers, looking very fashionable. Yeah, it's looking awesome. So there is a little bit of a breeze, nothing like yesterday. I don't know if you can see, it's just a slight, leaves again, just a slight wobble, which is wonderful. That's going to build the leaf strength and especially the stem strength up. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on them, keep adjusting them if they need to. Make sure the support stems are going well and just give them the time they need in the sun. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're all doing really, really well. They're looking better than they did yesterday after that hour in the sun. And I think by the end of today, they can just look absolutely perfect. And I think Sunday's the next time it either rains or it drops a little bit below. So we've got a good, today and tomorrow to put as much UV and natural sunlight energy into the plants as we can. So for now, let's give them the 2 hours, leave them be, and just keep checking if they need anything. And if they do, we'll get it sorted. If they don't, we'll leave them alone. nice little breeze. They're always having a nice little wobble back and forward. It's like giving them a gym workout, like they're lifting weights for themselves. Back and forward in the wind, that's just going to give them stronger stems, look. There we go. Not too strong that they get stressed or busted up like what happened that first time. But this is just perfect. It gives them just enough to strengthen up. And this sun, these leaves are going to be so dark green. Full of UV light and full of chlorophyll. Absolutely beautiful. We're about an hour in. So let's see how they are in an hour's time. We'll bring them back in, check them all out. Just doing a quick check on them. They're about an hour and 30 out in the sun. They're all looking alright, I think. Everything's looking good. No sun scalding. The leaves are looking good and strong. I think they'll be just fine. We'll give them another 30 minutes and see how they go. Okay. They've had their 2 hours, and I think that's a visible difference. Look at how stronger they all are looking. More upright stems, darker leaves. We'll have a quick check through them all, make sure they're all okay. Even the ones I thought were struggling and drooping, starting to perk up and look a bit better. But let's have a quick look at them all. Let's get into this. Speak. All been put in their correct tubs, all categorized, all put together. Now, I don't know if it was just because of the extreme heat for the plants, the direct sun, the breeze, I'm not sure, but the soil was incredibly dry on all of the plants. I'm going to fertilize them on Saturday, but I just thought, give them a little splash of water. We don't want them drying out, just the tiniest little bit of water, just to, you know, not dry them off and make sure they get a good drink. Being out in the sun for a couple of hours, I assume, has made them quite thirsty. Okay, the dream catchers. We've got 5 of them and they are doing fantastic. Here they all are. All at different stages, but all looking great. But let's have a look at this first one. We'll just do the usual stem check, leaf check, new leaves, new shoots in the middle, and a root check. So I'm going to be quiet now because I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that now. Let's have a little look through the rest of these. See, the leaves are a little bit damaged on this one. I think that might have been from the fertilizer, I'm not sure, but so much new stuff. Okay, let's go through the rest. Lovely. Just beautiful. All 5 are looking really good. Let's keep an eye on this one with the leaves, but they're looking all right on the dream catchers. These Buena Mulatas have changed significantly. I've got the 3 here. Look, let's have a look at this one first. Just propped against the support cane. It's lost a lot of its purple leaves. Just green now, but looking nice. And there's this one. Not the tallest, but definitely the most productive with the new leaves. And look down this stem. Beautiful, very tall. Wow. You are going to need transplanting very, very soon. And I assume this one's the same. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Yep. All 3 doing swimmingly on the Buena Mulata. Tabascos are next. All 3 of them have improved so much. This one was struggling quite a lot and it's perked up. Let's have a look at this one first. Beautiful. And second. Wow. And third. Beautiful. Those are our Tabascos. Let's check out our super hots next. Our super hots. These are the Carolina Reapers. How strange. All three at the same time, and we got a small, medium and large to check out. They're doing all good though. Let's keep having a look at these. Bit stunted on the growth. I'm sure it'll be fine. This one's doing really well. Look at all these new leaves, new shoots. Solid stem. There we go. Roots are poking out the bottom, look. Fantastic. And now, this is the big one. Crazy. Look at all this. Roots are filling up nicely on the bottom there, look. These two for sure will need to be transplanted very soon. This one needs a bit more time. But they're looking great on the Carolina Reapers. Another set of super hots. We've got the Armageddons. 2 in the cup and 1 was transplanted quite a while back. Let's have a look at this first one in the cup. Solid. Beautiful roots. Popping out that split cup very soon. Look at this one. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Definitely needs a transplant as soon as possible, really. And then we got the one that's been potted up. Looks like there's roots on the bottom there. We shall see on these Armageddons. Striped peppers next. The Zebrange, however you like to call it. Now these leaves were really curled yesterday. Look how nicely they're doing today. Solid stem. Beautiful. New leaves in there, lovely. Look at that stem, solid. Fantastic. And the last one here. Bit leggy. This was our super leggy one. Just put a cable twist tie on it, so it's not going anywhere. Where are those roots? There they are. Yeah, they're looking alright, eh? On these 4 Zebrange. Sticking with the striped peppers, here are the Sugar Rush Peach Stripies. All doing great. I really think they are. The leaves are looking good. Solid. A little bit of a curl up on here. Solid stems. Where are those roots? There they are, making their way down. Check this one next. The leaves have been a bit battered on this one, look, just a little bit. Lovely stem. Perfect. Perfect leaves. Look at that, lovely broad leaves. Looking great. Wow. And let's check this last one out. Looking way better than it did yesterday. And the roots are at the bottom. Really nice on the Sugar Rush Peach Stripies. Orange Tie is next. Let's go with this huge one. This is the biggest plant that we've got here. Look at all this. Solid stem. It's propped against just because it's so tall, but look, keeps going. All the way to the top. Look at that in the wind. Now the leaves were really cold. This one there, this one on the side there, and that one. Still a bit curled, but in comparison they've kind of opened up that little bit more. They're doing great, and I'm gonna have to transplant this soon. But yeah, lovely stuff, really nice. Let's check out this second one. I'm gonna put a cable tie on it because he's starting to, was just resting on there, but now it's a bit too much, a bit too top heavy, but looking great. Look, all these roots on the bottom, just perfect. And then there was our prematurely potted. It's doing okay now. I think it's coming back to life. New shoots, new leaves. Good stem. I think we got some roots popping out the bottom there, maybe a little bit. Looking good though on the large orange. Moving on to our Kashmiri Mirch next. I've got the 3 cupped and the 2 potted back here. Let's have a look at these cupped ones. Out of all of our plants, by far the Kashmiri Mirch has been the most productive, the faster growers, the most resilient, I think, at this stage anyway. I mean, time will tell on the others, but just look at these, look at the roots. Gonna have to be transplanted very soon. Really nice. Look at that, the roots are pouring out the bottom there. So the cupped ones are showing that they need to be transferred relatively quickly. And we'll just check out these. Any roots? Nope. But look at that, just climbing along the support cane really well. No roots at the moment. But yeah, they're looking great. Kashmiri Mirch. Our ghost peppers are next. There were 3, now we're down to 2. Let's have a look at this one. Now the leaf has been a bit bashed there, but we got new production going on in the middle. Look, stem's all right, and the roots are popping out the bottom, so no real concerns on this one. And then this one's looking beautiful. Lots of new stuff happening. I'll put the support cane up there, twist tight at the top there, keep it secure. But yeah, shame what happened to that one, but look at these 2. They're doing great. The ghost peppers. 2 habaneros, looking very small still, but I think they've had a good time in the sun. Let's have a look at this one. Obviously no roots really showing yet, but he's doing all right. This one's doing way better, look. Just lovely. Fantastic. Time will tell with these. I mean, I think they'll do all right. I hope they do, because I want to make some hot sauce out of these habaneros. Poblanos, both looking very different, but strange outcomes. Let me show you, look. So this one a lot more bushier, great stem, lots of new leaves, but look at these roots. Are you ready? We'll go around the sides here. Have a look at this. Look at this. I'm sure I checked this a day or 2 ago, maybe 1 day ago, and the root was to about the cup line. But look at this. So for sure, gonna need transplanting in the next day or 2. So technically, this one should be way more on the root system, right? Let's have a check. Doing beautiful, they're really filling up. Yep, there they are. So not as much roots coming out the bottom, but a lot more production around the edges of the cup. So for sure, in the next day or 2, I think I'm going to need to transplant these 2 Poblanos. Check out our Scotch Bonnet MOAs. We got 4 in the cups and 1 potted way too soon in the back there. See this one first. Looking great though. I really don't have any worries with these plants. I think they're going to be just fine. Incredibly strange how much different process, the progression, how different each one is. You know, these were all planted exactly the same time. Look at this one. This one by far has just done excellent, way better than the others. They're all doing good, but it's beautiful. And this one finally. Yeah, no complaints with these. And we do have this one I put in a bigger pot way too soon. Hasn't really changed much since I did do the transplant. But it looks like there might be some roots. No, maybe not. I suppose time will tell on our Scotch Bonnet MOA. Let's check out these Cayennes next. 2 in the cups, 4 in the pots. So here's our first one. Beautiful stuff, looking great. Showing a bit of root. See how this one's looking. Lots of new leaves, all down the stem. Very nice. Oh yep, there they are. So, let's check out the potted ones next. Alright, this one's looking good, but the very last one might be showing a few signs. Struggling a bit. But it looks like it's still ticking along. And everything should be fine on these Cayennes. We got our two Padróns. Both have been transplanted. Not too much really to say. I think they're doing alright. But yeah, time will tell with these. This one's struggling a bit on the leaves, but he's just had a drink of water, so I think that might fix it. But we'll see. They're looking a little bit, should we say, sad. But time will tell on these Padróns. Here are the Jalapeños. I've got just the two of these. Let's have a look at this potted one. Who knows? I think it's toast, don't you? Yeah, I think we'll see what tomorrow brings and see if it takes in this water, but I think it's safe to say it's finito. However, this one, on the other hand, could not be doing better. Now this, in comparison to the garden centre ones from yesterday, these are doing way better. The garden centre beat this one hands down, all the ones they got, but this one looks the best. Doing very well, and a great root system. So I think it'll be alright. I mean, we're only going to have one jalapeno plant. We've got the two black jalapenos. This one will be fine. I think it's safe to say we're going to use this for a plant that's going to make it. But time will tell on the jalapeno. Let's check out our Zimbabwe Black. Looking absolutely beautiful. Look at all this. New shoots, new leaves. Every gap has got something going on in there, isn't it? Beautiful. It's supposed to be such a bushy plant, so this makes sense that there's all these new shoots firing off at the side. A very nice root system. Looking forward to trying these. Very, very unique peppers on the Zimbabwe Black. Sweet banana. Our one and only sweet banana. There's that tear that I caused when I dropped it. And I have to remove this seed leaf, I think. Look at that rock solid stem. The leaves are looking beautiful by that one. And a great root system popping out the bottom, look. So yeah, very, very soon I will need to transplant this sweet banana. Two black jalapenos. Very different in size. This one's solid, lovely leaves, but quite short in growth. Of course, the roots are only about to heal, look. Need a lot more time in that cup before transplanting. Now this one, absolutely incredible leaves. Loads of new stuff popping in the middle. Solid stem. And you can see the roots coming down there, look. Oh, they're just starting to pop out the bottom, look. Lovely. I think they'll be alright, both of these. Black jalapeno. All of the plants are back under the light. Given them all the adjustments, turn them around so they can face the light properly. Didn't really need to do much because the sun today has completely fixed them up. Got them in the right positions. They've worked themselves out, straightened themselves up, and everything's looking great. Really, really happy with the results today. As you can see, none of them showing any cause for concern. There's just this little jalapeno, but I think it's safe to say that one's done for. And everything else is doing great. Lights have been adjusted 2 to 4 inches on blue for vegetation, and they're all set for the rest of the day to go out tomorrow when the weather's nice and warm again. That wraps up day 68. I want to thank you all so much for enjoying this and viewing today. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have. I've had a great day. What a wonderful day out in the sun, out with the Chillis, hanging out with me and with Lucy, hanging out with my dog. Just marvellous. Thank you all so much for joining us. Have yourselves a wonderful Friday, and I hope you've got a great weekend coming up. You take care of yourself. Make sure you look after me, myself and I, because no one's going to throw you a lifeline if you're drowning. Take care. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow. See you Saturday for day 69. Take care. Bye-bye.